family. We're here for the pre-match podcast of Paris Saint-Germain versus Marseille. Hopefully, everybody is excited because I am, and yeah, we gotta get a big win. Gotta get a big win and a big win in style. I've been vocal that the past three games it's looked good, but we need more this game. We've had a full week of rest, expecting the best starting 11. Obviously, still Fabio Ruiz and Khvicha Kvaratskhelia are not there. I mean, Khvicha will be in the squad, but not starting. Yo, what's up, Joseph? What's up? Um, no, I was gonna do it. I could honestly, I could have scheduled one so you guys would know. The thing is, I was outside, and then when I came home, I was with my friend watching the Barca game, and then when I came home, I was so tired, man. I slept immediately. I woke up like 1 hour ago. Uh, I mean, I've already discussed this on my channel, but they fooled us. They always made us believe the Super League. You know what? Okay, that's a video ID. Perfect. The untold truth about the Super League. Could make a video about that. But yeah, we've been fooled when it comes to the Super League. I will discuss it 1 second. Untold truth about Super League. So this UEFA Super League beef was always a manufactured beef and wasn't really true. Because if you look at it, the Champions League now is basically the Super League. Okay, is this one of the bots? All right. Look, you guys, I genuinely feel for people like you, but yeah, we don't do democracy here. We don't do democracy here, man. Enjoy being in the cave. Let's take a look at the predicted lineup right here. But yeah, as I was gonna say, the Champions League is becoming the Super League, whether we like it or not. I like it. I like this new format, and they, I don't know, they tricked us because look at this example. If they just brought up the Super League out of nowhere, no, if they started making the Champions League into the Super League, people would be mad. But they created the Super League so that people would hate on the Super League, and then they steadily transitioned the Champions League into the Super League underneath everybody's eyes. I was thinking about it for a while, and then I remember some reports came out. I have them bookmarked somewhere, which say exactly that the Super League and UEFA are working to cooperate. So, yeah, just gonna bring some water here. Here, you guys can see the predicted lineup. Back to the lineup. Safonov in goal. Very happy with that. Continues as I mean, he's going to be the starting goalkeeper for the rest of the season. Wait, let me send the link to the group chat. Where's the group share? Oh, right, there we go. So what should happen to all the small market teams in your opinion? They're gonna die out, as they say, strongest of the fittest, fittest of the strongest. The strongest teams always survive. Yeah, I mean, I I don't know. I think I understand the negativity towards, what Elon Musk has done to Twitter, but honestly, the thing that makes me happy about Twitter, it's a place where people can express themselves with, limited precautions, and I think that's a very good thing because he's made more people aware to what's going on and more honest to their opinion is and everything. Um, but yeah, Marquinhos, Pacho, Nuno Mendes, Warren Zara Emre, Hakimi obviously suspended. Vitinha, Neves, Due, Lee, and Billy Barcola. Some lineups are saying Due in the midfield. Some are saying Lee in the midfield. Honestly, don't matter. They would be interchanging position and so on. But this is a really great lineup. And come on, man. I need at least 3 goals. I need that 3 goals, man. And I need the top performance. Like, we've had a full week of rest. No excuses. I'm expecting the best, man. And the feeling is really great. Let's go, man. She feels like an international break to me. I agree, Rivi. Like, especially me as a content creator, Rivi. This week, I mean, it's been very hard for me. I've still managed to find ideas, Q&A, interesting videos, reacting to stuff. But it's felt like a half like international break, man. Very dead. Like we're so used to 2 games every week, one on the weekend, one midday. I mean, we should have played Coupe de France, obviously, Rivi. So, yeah. Yo, what's up, Santa? Yeah, no. Yeah, I think he's gonna have a good performance, man. And Kang has been good this season. Yes, sir. Welcome, Santa. No, I can't wait either, man. I've seen steady progression ever since the Ozil game, and let's see steady progression today as well. 6 wins in Ligue 1. I thought Arsenal would drop points. Yo, I appreciate it, Draco. I'm doing well. Hopefully, you're doing well too, Draco, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love, man. I thought Arsenal would. What? I thought Arsenal would drop points, but man, they're such a satanic team, man. Like I remember, I saw their score 55th minute, right before they scored. It was 1-1. I was like, oh, they might drop points. And they got a red card. Same player that scored. Maybe he celebrated taking his shirt off or something. But then they still go on to win this game, man. Like, but shout out to Arsenal, man. Shout out to Arsenal. I love competition, man. I mean, Santo, look, in my opinion, the turning point was Ozil. But in terms of maybe a really quality performance, yeah, this should be the game where we have that quality, at least 8 out of 10 performance. He's been cooking, man, and he's gonna, be, how can I say, acclimate yourself to him. He's gonna be our starting goalkeeper for the rest of the season. Yo, what's good there, Jan? Yeah, I saw a picture of it on Twitter. What happened? Why did he get a red card? Don't sign Alvarez, we need to sign Krupi. What a talent. Again, I don't like to sign players from the Premier League because they're so overpriced. The same Krupi player, if he was still at Lorient or something, he would be way much cheaper. So I like Krupi, but too expensive. Always Joseph. And it's not just about the Haram League. Honestly, if any other league did that, I would cook it as well. If you're talking about the LGBTQ fucking garbage, it's just sad how I'm seeing the freedom's been taken away, forcing people on this propaganda. And then I see the comments. So I see the people that are supporting that cause. And I mean, they basically have the intellectuality of a 5-year-old. All they say is like, oh my God, you have a problem. Like, it's so disgusting, man. But I will always talk for the truth, Joseph, on this YouTube channel, whether people like it or not. Whether people come in and troll and fucking act like fucking kids, I couldn't care, man. I saw that, Davey. He, it hurts. It definitely hurts, especially a youngster. You don't want to have surgeries and so on, but hopefully it doesn't impact him and he can come back well enough, man. In the Titi word? I don't know. Like our team for the first, we went into the knockout stages. We're gonna face Helsinki. in the round of 32. No, I think we made top 8, so maybe round of 16. No, let me see. Did we make top 8? No. Yo, no. Yo, let me show this, man. I'm thinking of making a watch along to that as well. This is the UEFA Youth League. And PSG finished 13th. Yeah, and they're going to be facing up Helsinki. Yeah, Dinamo. No. Yeah, here. Helsinki. Round of 16. Wait, what? We didn't make top 8, though. Am I getting something wrong? Maybe they only have 16 teams going through, or what? Well, no, that makes me happy, man. I watched them. I remember when I watched them versus Dortmund and we lost. I need some advice if you want to answer. How do you deal with the mid game? I feel like Beraldo right now, bro. I'm a fullback. So you're playing football. My best advice, Draco, is being able to take yourself out of the game. When right before the game starts, you're just normal. But when the game starts, you become serious, you become focused and everything. When the game is going bad, it's very important to be able to take yourself out of the game for just a quick seconds. I sometimes do that. I rarely have a bad game. But when I have a bad game, like a bad first 5 minutes, my touches aren't the best. Maybe I'm losing the ball, especially as a defender, that's very dangerous. I'm making stupid decisions. I'm acting not logically at all. What I do then is, I wait for like a throw in, a corner kick or something. And I close my eyes. And I'm like, and then I think, why is it I'm doing wrong? Sometimes I'm running too much. I want to do too much. Sometimes I'm too timid. I'm too slow. I'm not doing stuff quickly. I'm letting the opposition get the best out of me. And then I think about what I can improve for the remaining of the game. I open my eyes and I'm like, let's do this. And I think that's a very crucial thing. The best football players can do that. I still see great football players like Osman Dembele. He unfortunately can't do this. If he has a bad first 10 minutes, most likely the rest of the game is going to be bad. So that's the best advice I could give. To be able to take yourself out of the game for a quick seconds, basically doing a damage control. What's going right? Let's continue that. What's going wrong? Let's improve on that. If you have any more questions, let me know. I would also say train by yourself. I train a lot by myself. I just take shots. I improve my stamina massively. And that's how you build confidence with yourself more. It's a lot by your own. It's not a spiritual thing, that sounds a little bit gay and so on, but it's like a spiritual thing. You gotta become really confident with yourself, with your ability. And then you gotta become self-aware as well. What am I good at? What am I bad at? Let's do the stuff I'm good at. Let's make sure to not do the stuff I'm bad at. Well, geniuses. We will take a look at the Marseille starting lineup. Let me just go through the comments here. In terms of performance, we're actually very good, but the players, man. Changuil is probably leaving, best talent currently in the academy. 5 months left in his contract. Also, Ayman Asab, who's probably right behind Changuil. Is probably leaving. Yeah, I mean, it's calm. I'm not expecting all of them to stay. For me, the most important thing, David, is the best to stay. Obviously, Changuil, he was the best from this year. No, actually, it wasn't Janto. So that has been PSG. If you look at it, Warren Zara Emery first season, Mayulu second season, and Baye third season, and then in Janto. That's basically the best TT. So yeah, I mean, good luck to Jangel. Not really. No, I don't know that much about. I let other people talk about the youth that watch and stuff. Football tips to Chevalier. I mean, when it comes to Chevalier, I don't need to give him football tips. He's a very great football player. I think just the mentality, is being massively questioned at PSG, and that's calm. If I went to play to PSG, even my insane mentality would be questioned. I think Chevalier just got to take one step at a time. I think he got to become confident with himself, and I think he got to have a high standard of himself. I always say this: the best thing a man can do, look in the mirror, look into your eyes, look into your soul, stare into your soul, and say, "What the fuck am I doing, man? Should I be conceding these fucking shitty goals? Should I? No, I'm fucking chevalier, man, which means knight in French." So I think, yeah, being just being more critical of himself. I think he's letting everybody else be critical of him, but I don't know how critical he is of himself. I don't think Lucha will change tactics. No. Yeah, I think Kang's gonna start. No, I think Kang's gonna start. Kang, played a lot of games and minutes before. Could be still be sending my Yulu, but no, I think Kang will start. Salut, salut. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, what's up, Lee? Okay. I don't think Arsenal will battle the league. I think Arsenal fans have a lot of bad trauma that they're still putting on this team. They're like, oh, they bottled it. Maybe we bottle it again. It's a very bad mentality. And as a PSG fan, I saw this in the PSG community as well. Just because we hadn't won the UCL, just because we had bottled so many ties, PSG fans were like, "Oh, we're not going to win the UCL this season. It's never going to happen." I see the same from Barca fans as well, and it's just a very scared mentality. Obviously, a pattern is very important to focus on. But I mean, Arsenal are better than they have been, and the teams around them are weak. So I just don't see how they're going to bother that. I accepted maybe around the November. Yeah, Arsenal going to win the league. Trying to find the Marseille predicted lineup right here. Usually, L'Equipe posts those to both teams lineup. Um, all right, it doesn't really seem to be a predicted lineup, unfortunately, for Marseille. So we gotta guess ourselves. We'll do this. Now, FootMob does predicted lineups, but it's not good. Like when you do a predicted lineup for every team, it means you know nothing. But we'll just take a look at their Stade de Rennes lineup. This was their lineup versus Stade de Rennes. And then we're gonna take a look if they're missing any players. Okay, so as you can see, they have nobody injured, nobody suspended, and this was their lineup versus Stade de Rennes recently. It could be a five at the back though. So basically, add in another center back and remove an attacker. So like remove, let's say Pachau, Guiri, Greenwood up top, Hoiberg, Timber, and Waneri. Maybe even removing Waneri for more of like of a midfielder. I'm back 1 second. Uh, maybe I'm probably gonna watch it with my friend though. So that's why you still get the Barca reviews, but not the watch alongs anymore. Because I mean, this is a very close friend of mine. He didn't live in my city. Like he left before, and now he's come back. So we watch Barca games together. So we still get the reactions, just not the watch alongs. German Chelsea fan yesterday, and he said Semenyo was better than Pacho. No, not really, 100% really. Maybe that gives you an explanation why I can't like do collabs and so on because like football fans in general, really humans. Like I don't respect most people's opinions because how they come to those conclusions are usually emotional ones. Like you ask him why, and he would say, oh my god, he's so good. When I watch him, he's so good." Not a logical, rational thing. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. Yeah, seen. I haven't seen that report, but makes a lot of sense. Like so, yeah. No, Kang. Maybe I underrated him a little bit in his place at the squad. I'm doing well, and hopefully good too. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Welcome, bro. No, Aryan, it's not just the the Liverpool fan. I mean, it's people on Twitter. I remember ahead of the Barca game, Aryan. I did a like the group stage game with Barca. I did a collab with Barca Boy, and I'm still doing some here and there. Barca Boy is still better than. I mean, he's still a good guy. It still has I can actually talk football with him. But I remember most Barca creators before that game. I mean, I would never be able to hold a conversation with those people, talk about 4-1 and all of that. Barca Boy is actually a sensible Barca fan. But yeah, no, I can't. I legit, I can't have a discussion with a stupid person. Like the only way I would basically do a collab if it's more like an interview. They ask me questions, I answer. Maybe they say, "Oh, what do you think about this?" and so on. Yeah, but like having a conversation, no, it's basically impossible. Yeah, no, League Honor is always great to talk to. The only thing with League Honor, it felt like a lot of the stream we were just talking about like how he feels about Arsenal and Arsenal and so on. But yeah, no, Lee is someone I can definitely still. It's just majority of them. But I'm from the future. Drosko's last minute winner. Le Classique. Ooh. No, I mean, I hope not Cody in the sense that I hope we don't need a fucking last minute winner against Marseille. Like, we got to batter these dudes. Yeah. I mean, what did they say? Something you saw the painting on the wall or something? I think most realistic fans saw that. I mean, and really, look, we obviously PSG fans, but after that first leg versus Liverpool, despite us losing, we knew we was gonna win it all. And I still remember that Liverpool fan saying to me, like, "You guys lost that game. How do you think you're gonna win?" I was like, "Come, trust me, trust me." That's what we need. The type of game this season. We need a game where, like, yeah, we're gonna go back to back. We're gonna go back to back. That's all I'm waiting for. All we need is just one game. Because when we play at our level, we're like a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 level. Nobody in Europe can compete with that. Yeah, I guess this DeLang, how so? Has it really been in bad form? Because it doesn't say that he's injured or something. Wow, Ruli's not even in this. Oh my god, I was looking at the wrong team. I saw Rongier. I was like, this Marseille. Well, what's happened to Rulli? 100%. And I remember like the Arsenal fans after the tie. I mean, Twitter was just filled with Arsenal fans talking about XG and shit. Like, yeah, XG. Fuck, man. And people are too tribalistic. People are too emotional. For example, when we lost to Dortmund, yes, we hit the post and all of that, but Dortmund deserved to win. They had a good game plan. They stuck to it. They survived. They were clinical from their opportunities. They did deserve to win. I didn't hate on fucking Dortmund. I hated on us. I hated on fucking Mbappe stinking it up. I hated on fucking the booze in that second leg. Oh my days. Uh, like the only one I was happy with was like Vitinha both legs. Fabian wasn't that good. But like Dortmund, fair play to them, man. They deserve to go into that Champions League final, man. Even as a lesser known club with lesser money and so on, I was happy for them, man. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll take that, Cody. He should be back for the squad for this game. I remember PSG report tweeted it. Yeah, here. Khvish Kvaratskhelia could be part of the squad for the Classic. He took part in training on the 6th. So no, Khvish should probably be in the bench on this squad. I don't think Fabian will be in the squad though. In lying there would be Atletico 4-0, boom. Cooks Messi 4-0, boom. Bayern 2-0, boom. Madrid 4-0, boom. Wants to be Liverpool last year, 100%. Because a lot of it is about confidence. And our players have suffered from confidence problems. We're not the same team as last season. But all we need is just one beautiful performance, which will propel us. Just saw your video on the Prem Rainbow Flags. Thanks for confirming you disgusting hypocritical piece of shit. So hard to support human rights. You know what? Young lamppost. I've seen worse troll comments, and I'm actually gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because you mentioned the word hypocritical. If you could mention to me why I'm hypocritical in that video, I would love to have an answer. It's not pushing an agenda. It's to support people's basic human rights. I mean, that's a complete lie. That's a complete lie. If we look at people that are oppressed in the UK, gay people are probably one of the lowest numbers. You know who's oppressed in the UK? Women, men. Men get robbed, women get sexually harassed. Those are the oppressed majorities. I couldn't care less about a minority. Second of all, it's all an attention seeking thing. If you're a gay person, nobody bats an eye anymore. Nobody cares, man. People have their own problems and they're bigger problems. There's a way bigger hatred towards Muslims in the UK than there is to gay people. There's a much bigger hatred towards immigrants in the UK than there is to gay people. So you're just lying at the moment. You're talking about human rights and let's be consistent. You're the one that's not being consistent. You're the one that's looking at a tiny minority, a fraction of the UK society, and yeah, making them into victims that they are not. Second, third of all, obviously it's a propaganda. If when you see uh, basically a state, that's why I can call the Premier League. When you see an authority push something this much, even though most people don't want it to be pushed. I mean, if you look at Sky Sports, whenever they make a video or tweet about this, they have to remove the comments because people think it's absolutely disgusting. So I don't understand these stupid takes, man. It's absolutely unserious. Things you're saying are laughable and demonstrable false. Okay, you're just lying now. And someone from the UK and broadly, homophobia is still rampant. That's another lie. Not wanting to kill gay people is a basic bar to clear. Again, could you find me when a gay person was killed in the UK in the past 10 years? I would like be glad to find that. But I can find you a lot of normal people that were killed in the UK. It's like it doesn't make any sense. That's why I can't have conversations with people that are promoting this stuff and are accepting people's freedom being taken away. And fifth of all, you probably didn't even watch my video. Maybe you watched 3 minutes of it, but if you watched the video, you would have known that the clear thing that I was after was the freedom being taken away. People should have the freedom to be gay, but people should have the freedom to be homophobic as well. It's not a human right to like gay people. And whether you like it or not, people are not going to accept this propaganda. So, look, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. You could cry here in the comments as well. And you just said a bunch of stupid things. Just a bunch of stupid things. And you cannot compare it to racism. Why? Because a black person is born as a black person. He can't do anything about it. Obviously, some people say gay person are born as liking the other gender, but he has every single right in the world not to fucking wear a rainbow colored hat. How do you think gay people are oppressed? Because they make their attention to be gay people. So you know what? This conversation or supposed debate has ended because you have completely embarrassed yourself. You mentioned stuff about hypercritical when you're the one being hypercritical. It's disgusting, man. Saying that you live in the UK and you know what's going on. I mean, you're just completely lying here in front of everyone, man. Embarrassing yourself. Pack your bags and get out of here, man. Pack your bags, man. Pack your bags, man. Well, really? Yeah, I remember me and my friend, we went through it as well. No, there's stuff they know about me, man. Yeah, no, I look. Okay, this is the last comment I'm responding to you. As I said, in some logic, maybe there is, maybe they're born, liking the other gender, but all the other stuff they do additionally is not part of their sexual attraction. I mean, what's the difference between me and someone that's gay? I'm attracted to women. He's attracted to men. That's the only different thing. The majority of gay people in the modern world make it into their personality and want to stand out as gay people. And I don't like attention seeking people, whether he's gay, hetero, fucking an animal. I don't care. I don't like attention seeking people. And when you want to make your sexual preference into your personality, I mean, you're just a degenerate at that point. Imagine I make my personality that I don't know, I like women and I want to have sexual intercourse with them. I mean, that would make me into a disgusting human being. Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck does that got to do with you liking the other gender? No, you just want to be an attention-seeking, disgusting, degenerate person, man. It doesn't make any sense, man. Articles in the Wikipedia. I mean, look, just get out of the comment section. Just get out of the comment section. I tried to have a somewhat serious conversation with you, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I would never have a debate or a conversation with these type of people. I even, regret some of the people I respond to on Twitter because I mean, these are just 5-year-olds, man. Again, I mean, if you find me a law in the UK that goes against gay people and that goes for hetero people, I mean, I'll give you I don't know anything. So all right, that's wallahi, that's the last comment. I'm tired of this because you guys just lie all the time. You're emotional, you're disgusting, you're degenerate, and I know for a certain if you grow up and marry and have kids and your son turns out to be gay, it's not going to be a normal reaction from you. That's all I can promise. Stop fucking lying, man. All right, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. No, it's just disgusting people, man. Honestly, it's my fault. I blame myself. I tried having a conversation with a mutant. It will never work, man. Yeah, no, it's disgusting, man. It's massively disgusting. I appreciate it a lot, Breezy. There will be moments during my watch alongs, post match, pre match podcast where I will discuss this stuff, but I don't know. I like the position I am in. I like that majority of my content is centered around Paris Saint-Germain and secondary around football. But I'll always give out advice. My DMs are open to anyone. If anyone has problems or anyone wants motivation or there's something people want to discuss, we're always welcome to have conversations. I will make my channel into more like a motivational. At the moment, no. No, I mean it's not even about promotion. It's like you can't have a conversation because they lie all the time, saying that gay people are more oppressed than I don't know Muslims or black people or women in the UK. I mean, it's just a disgusting lie. Once again, appreciate it a lot, Draco. Um, I don't know. I can't stay silent, which is a good and a bad thing. I just can't stay silent. I can't stay silent to disgustingness, and I would never do. But you know what, people? Now we've gotten all right. Let's go back to Anything else, man? Anything else? Genuinely, man. Genuinely. Yo, Barin, Barana. Mhm. Yeah, I think that's about it from the game. Honestly, again, I just want to watch the game. Like the post match is way more like enticing than the pre match. Just some fries and chicken. What's up, Funkin? Yeah, it was one person in the comments, but just again, I blame it on myself, man. I gave him an opportunity I shouldn't have given. Like some people just don't deserve to voice their opinion, man. I don't think he will turn our season around, but he will definitely be part of the season being turned around. So yeah, and I got to stop underrating Kangili. I think I've been underrating him a bit too much. Um, maybe, but obviously I started the stream a little bit later, so maybe they have something planned or something. Bob sent it to them as usual, so we'll see. No response yet, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, competition and overall ability is always great to have. You know, we've missed so many players this season, and it feels now Fabian coming back, Khvicha coming back. Please let us have, man, a full squad for the rest of the season. Yeah, I think Bellingham should go to the Premier League. Honestly, suits him way much more. Oh, favorite food? Yeah, I would say gratin. Like couscous, I just don't eat it as much anymore, and I would say I was more maybe attached to it when I lived in Algeria because you eat it every single Friday, like a massive culture thing. No, I think Dona is a better player. You know, I'm not gonna deny that, but I think Safanov is a very good keeper as well. You know, it feels like Madrid. Courtois got injured, and then Lunin. We saw what Lunin did for them that season. Lunin is Ukrainian, Safanov is Russian. Yeah, and basically the same. And there are also similarities between Courtois and Donnarumma as well. So we'll be there, man. No, I remember I checked his Champions League stats. He has like 7.1 chances created per 90. Obviously, he's come on as a substitute many game site, but now he's our second best playmaker after Dambuz. I mean, yeah, Donna. Yeah, Monaco are a tough team, but honestly, when you look at the injuries we've gotten, it's not that many times where it's harsh challenges or something. We've just been very unfortunate, and hopefully that stops. 100% Baran. That's one thing. If you look at PSG on Neymar, Messi, and so on, we used to have a really strong starting 11. But I mean, I would never consider Draxler to start ahead of Neymar or something. But now it's like the starting 11 and squad all are on similar levels. So I can see Zabarne competing with Marquinhos for the spot. Obviously, there's some untouchables in the team, but like Warren, he's putting up great competition for the midfield. And Baye is interesting. Kangi Lee is back. We have a lot of attackers, which creates a lot of competition in the attack. And we've missed Dembuz and Due for long parts of the season. So they haven't been able to put the competition on others as well. All right. As I said, I'm just gonna where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Well. All right. Yeah, that's probably very good strength for him, which can help us against deep blocks and so on. Doesn't play much. 100%. I mean, he's a really great substitute for the big games, man. Exactly, just like last season. 100%. And I think that's a very good thing. You know, Kangi Lee played a little bit safe, but he has to understand if he wants a position in this team, he got to start taking risks. So, yeah, I mean, I've always liked Kangi Lee as a person. I've always liked him as a player. I've always seen as someone potentially being upgradable on, but now I'm very happy Kangi Lee fighting for his spot. No, I think it's more going to be our starters start performing. Obviously, they're going to have help. Um, I think they're going to help massively, but I don't think they're like turn our season around by themselves. But I think they will definitely help. But for me, I'm looking at our starts. I'm looking at Dembouz, especially our attackers. Dembouz, Due, Khvicha, Barcola, all got to do better. You know, we've been actually carried by our midfield and fullbacks this season because our attacks have been injured or haven't been good enough. So they just got to do better, man. We got to cook, man. Yo, what's up, Silent? What's up, SSB? I don't know. And one thing with Dembuz as well is the contract negotiation that probably doesn't have an effect. Same could be said for Barcola as well. So those are also some indirect negative stuff that's impacting the team, unfortunately. True. Like he knows what to do because he would never be stronger or quicker than most Ligue 1 players. But now he's playing his game more. He's dribbling much more. Let me actually check his dribble stats if they've changed since he joined PSG. Yeah, Barcola will start because Khvicha will not start, but hopefully he'll be in the squad. Oh my god, I forgot they removed fucking dribble stats from FBRF. They completely killed the site. Ronaldo or Vinny path? I, I guess there's some similarities to Vinny, but not entirely. I think he's under Dembu's path at the moment. Obviously, he's had so many injuries, but on. I think that's something. It's a very valuable excuse for him, but still needs to do better. Drew Sargent? No, 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 no. I mean, when it comes to youngsters, Luis Enrique always. I've never seen him just start a youngster. They always start coming off the bench, and then they can start. Let's take a look. This is Kangili only in the league. Only 12, 50%. 60%. Okay. I mean, he hasn't attempted any, so not really a big sample size to take a look at there. No, so FBRF still works, but majority of the stats that we look at, they have removed. They have problems with Opta. I mean, when I saw it, I was heartbroken, man. I love FBRF, man. Oh yeah, here's the Lucha thing. Yo, sorry, Baran, I didn't show it last stream. I was showing the post match with the others in here. Wait, why can't I search Dembele? Maybe he hasn't played enough. Okay, interesting. Yo, shout out to Baran, man. Seems to be some new stat sites right here. Let me zoom in a little. So Vitina is blue, and this is Bellingham. So Bellingham, he gives you the goal scoring stats, areas won, blocks, tax interceptions, and carries penalty area. Possession passes, dribble success rates, pass received, pass completed. Actually, I mean, honestly, this makes Bellingham look better than he is. I don't like that. That is true. But I mean, we didn't have Khvicha at that point really, and Dembuz was injured. I think that what I was looking at, I wanted Kang on the wing. No, I wanted Colomani to start. We even had Gonzalo, but I mean, it just showed and we know Lucha rates do it higher than those. So it was a surprise, but maybe not the biggest one. All right, let's. And is this only top five leagues or is it all competitions? Let's do. Oof. Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes. Carreras. Yo, what the fuck? Look at this Nuno. Basically, from dribble success rate all the way to goals per 90. He's like 99%, man. Again, because we keep the ball so much, and that's another thing when it comes to Bellingham stats. Bellingham is obviously going to have more tackles, interceptions, blocks, clearances because the opposition has the ball more often. Yeah, no, I like it too. I like it too. Obviously, it would still be nice if we had Tosin here, but I understand from you guys' perspective, and I like it as well. Yeah, that's one thing you got to take into consideration. Like a PSG is a team that is very ball dominant, so our defensive stats are not going to be the best. So it's much better looking at maybe tackle win percentage then. Mm, that's the thing. We don't have so many like great players this season. Let's do Ulisse Yamal. By the way, Baran, can you let me know if it's only top five leagues or is it all comps or what? Ulisse is blue Yamal. So basically, they're non-penalty goals. Ulisse. Oh, I thought it would be better for Yamal. He scored a lot of goals this season, and then dribbling for Yamal, and a little bit better defensively, but very all around there for both players. The Glazed community on Qatar. Yeah, I mean Joseph, Egypt versus Iran. They're gonna have some gay propaganda for that game, which is just genuinely disgusting, man. All right, players, you give chat. Give me two players in the chat. Will do. Trying to think of players that have been hot this season. Yeah, no. Plus two of Yamal's goals in the came in the Copa del Rey as well. Maybe that's why. Um, Mbappe, Kane. What the fuck? What? How does Mbappe have better playmaking numbers? Mbappe has 4 assists this season in the league. Kane also has 4. Wow, I thought it would more. No, no, Arian, it's not that. I thought, I knew like he would have better dribble numbers and so on, but then he has. All right, I don't like this site, man. How does he have better shot creating actions per night? Data source FBRF. Last updated. Yeah, this thing. The thing is, yeah, you know what? This site will actually die soon because FBRF they don't have these stats anymore, unfortunately. Plus, it's not being insane, man. Mm, yeah, 0.92. All right. Cherky, okay, Cherky Fermin last one. Yeah, so basically, Fermin better goal scorer. Cherky just much better playmaker, better with the ball as well, better carries as well. Fermin better dribbler. Wow, look at that. Cherky ball recovers as well. All right. No, I'm done. I'm done with this. I don't like this side. I don't like this side. It's only league stats. Okay. That makes sense. No, that's usually what most. I'm just. But as I told you, Banan, the site will die because I saw in the description their source is FBRF, and FBRF they've lost like majority of the stats they used to have. What's your opinion on Achlios? Yeah, Achlios would definitely fit into the team. The main problem has always been Monaco asking for way too much. Yeah, no, he scored 5 goals in his last 5 games. He improved massively. Nah, I'm just. Um, Patrice Evra, I think, said it. I think there's a lot of like French players said that with Mbappe. They're the ones that are dare to be honest towards him. Vitinho. Uh, Probably. I mean, Modric has probably been the best player this season. Overall, probably Lautaro Martinez. Vini, Ferran, Alvarez, Coach. Who's Coach? Why is it always such a big gap between number one and the rest? Ligue 1? Our first player is top 8. But I think this is just like attackers. Yeah, attacking score. Oh, playmaking score. Okay, now it's Vitinha. All right, let me go back to La Liga. Yamal, Pedri, Mbappe, Gouler. Man, Gouler not starting is crazy. Yep. Also distancing himself on social media and that stuff. No, never. Never. He's a Marseille player and controversial for what he did in his life. Okay. Yeah. Everyone spam your prediction in the comments. I think I've already made one. Let me see. 3-1. I mean, that's the usual prediction I always go for. 3-1. Hopefully more. Honestly, a clean sheet would be nice and so on. But for me, the most important thing, get 3 goals. We have only scored 3 goals once in 2026, which was versus Lille Massive Fugazi though. I mean, Dembu's turning into prime Cruyff. Give me 3 goals, man. Yeah, no, but I read the reasoning, and you know, shout out to FBRF, man. But I think they said it costs too much or something. Let me find it. Let me see the predictions here. 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 4-2, 3-1, 4-2. Yeah, we'll take a look at the lineup again. 4-2, 3-2. Yeah, that's what they're saying here. As per the reference, we've taken great pride in la 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 la. Unfortunately, last week, the provider for our advanced soccer data sent us a letter terminating our access to their data feeds and requiring the deletion of their data from the site. As a result, we have removed. Data provider has asserted that our use of data violated our agreement. The demand came expected despite us losing. Yeah, so they basically called them and said remove it. It's very unfortunate. But yeah, it is definitely designers behind this, man. I don't think we've been shaky, man. And then look, you have to understand, we've been underperforming. Soon there will come a game where we perform as we should be performing. We got to push our team, man. This being a realistic fan, like what is this? Yeah, I saw Enjanto surgery, man. Hopefully the best for him, man. And you know, it's a physical thing, but then it's also a mental thing. Hopefully he can recover from it and stuff. Dembele, 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 Dembele. All right, so people ask about the lineup. Here's the lineup. Yeah, I've seen that review. Bayern, you know, potentially peaking a little bit too early this season. Exactly, it's like full week rest, and they're not going to be upcoming weeks where they're going to have that much rest. So, and they also had I think 2 days off after the Strasbourg game. Yeah, Hakim is suspended. I mean, Ibrahimovic is not a Swedish name, but we say Ibrahimovic. I mean, his name is like a Balkan name. So, yeah, there's no good thingy on it. And the predicted lineup that has been dropped has only been from Le Parisien. L'Equipe haven't dropped it either. So, but I mean, the only thing I've seen people discuss is this. So it could be doing the midfield, could be Kangeli in the midfield. Maybe this is a bit. I mean, you could say a bit too weak, but I mean, if it wasn't Kangeli, it would have been Fabian, and it's not like Fabian is some. I mean, he's actually good when it comes to dual percentage, but he's not, the best defensive linchpin or something. Plus, Warren Zaire Emery will obviously, you know what? Wait, let me build this lineup in the so we can move around the players. Uh, mm, Okay, let's build that lineup. So- okay, so Safarov in goal. Pacho is going to be more like this. Marquinhos is going to be more like this. Warren obviously inverting. He inverts. He inverts basically like Hakimi in his first season. Yeah, it'd be like this. This is how the team would look like basically. Duo will be in the half space, and him and Kangili will interchange. Sometimes we will see Duo on the wing. Sometimes Kangili. Um. So yeah. No, no, no. We play with a lone six, psych. It's always been like that. We could see Warren going to the side and Kang dropping to this spot during build up if Marseille are pressing high. We could see that Warren overlapping on that. We do this thing. Warren he can overlap and he can come more essentially into the midfield. Un message au Marseillais. Allez-vous faire en cul? On est venu seulement chanter. PSG, allez, allez. Let's get this win. But yeah, no, this is what I think it would look like. Um, That's the thing. Like the reports have been a little bit question mark. Some are saying Due as a winger. Some are saying Kangi Lee. But I think, as I said, I think just when you look at the stylistic, the players we have, I want to have Kang more in the wing and Warren just for a midfield box presence. Marseille will play like a five at the back. They will rely on counter attacks. We need recoveries from these areas. So I don't. I think Warren will be more central. Porcolapsi on the wing, Dabuz in his free role. So we'll get a lot of chance creation from the right side. Left side will be more direct. Nuno Barcola ISO ball, basically. But yeah, that's how it should look. Oh, you talk about Achlios. No, I think Achlios would be very good. You know, we've been after him. We know that PSG want Marinus Achlios. But as I said, the main question mark is Monaco in the summer transfer window. Are they going to take down his price or are they not? Need it badly, man. I mean, it's like, look, we gotta respect Vitinha, man. He's been absolutely insane for us this season, and he always cooks in big games, especially Le Classique. And I'm hoping for another great game from Vitinha. Neves back is massive. We didn't have Neves for the. Did we have Neves? No, we maybe did have Neves for the Trophée du Champion game. Yeah, we did have Neves, Vitinha, Ruiz in that game. Yeah, Kvara's going to be on the bench. He's not going to start the game. But yeah, it was a very minor injury, thankfully. Nothing big. Uh, and that's the thing. We're just in 2026 and the second part of the season, we're just being, how can I say, more fortunate because we were really unfortunate. But again, it's part of the game. We shouldn't cry about it or criticize it too much. I said in my tweets, Dembuz has missed, I think, 3 penalties this season. Three too much, man. I mean, I would put Nuno, man. I would put Nuno. It could be, but I think the biggest answer to the Kvara thing is that it could have been much worse. You know, his leg got entangled between two legs. It could have been similar situation to Hakimi, but we're fortunate that didn't happen. But no, Khvicha has always actually recovered quicker from injuries. And I know he, like for example, Kvara, the first person to report that Kvara was back from injury wasn't L'Equipe, wasn't Le Parisien, wasn't Fabrice Hawkins, wasn't RMC Sports, it wasn't PSG. It was Kvara's, like, I think it's something Geo, some Georgian account, probably his personal fitness trainer. So yeah, yeah. So he missed versus Angers in the beginning of the season. Obviously missed recently versus Newcastle, and then he missed in the Super Cup versus Flamengo. 100%. No, we will see. As I said, look, let me let's put this here. What is this one called? Exchange. No, we'll put this arrow here for you guys to understand it better. Like Warren and Kang are basically gonna be exchanging between these spots. Sometimes Kang goes center, Warren goes to the width. Sometimes Kang on the width, Warren goes into the center. Exactly, yeah. So yeah, no, I mean that's the thing. One thing people don't understand by Kvanda, like I've ever since we signed him, I saw the huge fan base from Georgia, and I still, when I look at numbers, people that watch this channel, so many percentage are from Georgia, and Georgia doesn't have that big of a population. It's just how big like Khvicha is. He's like a Ronaldo for Portugal. He's like a Messi for Argentina. That's where he is for Georgia. So, Kvara he's not. He's a superstar, man. And yeah. Oh, sorry, Kuski. I must have missed it. Maybe you're talking about it in some other stream. I don't see us. Did you send a super chat in this stream or what? But yeah, appreciate it a lot, Kuski. Thanks so much, man. Okay. Yeah, for sure. For sure. No, it is three. Okay, for some reason it didn't pop up for me, but yeah, massively appreciate it, Kuski. Thanks so much for the super sticker, man. Appreciate it. And yeah, I would agree. I mean, not just the best English and not just the best PSG. I would say this is the best football channel because yeah, I have no clue why it didn't pop up. Let me see if it pop up on YouTube. Oh yeah, no, I see it on YouTube. It didn't pop up for me here for some reason. But Kuski, massively appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. And don't think I didn't want to be appreciative. I'm always appreciative for the super chats, man. Thanks so much. No, it's not that I was trying to talk. So I use like here. This is called Streamlabs. It usually always pops up. It didn't pop up for some reason, but now when I go to the YouTube chat, I can actually see it. So, but yeah, massively appreciate it. Thanks so much, man. But yeah, they're gonna be interchanging and so on. The defense is gonna be like this. This is gonna be more direct. And yeah, there isn't that much. No, thank you, man. Thank you. But I'm really excited for this game, as I'm for every single PSG game. Obviously, again, we'll have no game this midweek as well. But I think we'll play Stade de Rennes on Friday. Let me double check. Yeah, we'll play Stade de Rennes 7 p.m. a little bit earlier than usual on Friday as well. And then we got Monaco on Tuesday, Champions League. Oh, wait, can I watch the Madrid game? Can I watch the Madrid game? Fuck, man. Oh yeah, I have no excitement towards the Wednesday games, man. Why did they put Madrid and PSG on the same day? I don't get it, man. Yo, appreciate it a lot, Mustafa. But I mean, I woke up like 2.5 hours ago. But yeah, appreciate it. No, no, no. Next week. So we're gonna play Stade de Rennes on Friday in the upcoming week, and then in the week after that, we're gonna play Monaco, a round of 32. True, really. But I mean, that was the only game I was, yeah, watch Madrid. But it's just like last year, because I remember last year it was the same thing. Um, Madrid played City the same day as us, and I can see that both of PSG's games are 21 p.m. Last time I remember the first leg versus Brest, that was early, 18:45. So I could watch that, and then I watched the Madrid game immediately after. But today, both games are going to be at the same time. I mean, Banan, if that was true, that Benfica would knock you out, I definitely want to be part of that, man. I think we need to get a great performance and a great result. Um, a slapping would be nice, especially the game at the back, the second leg. We'll see. Look, I have to support Marquinhos. Zabarni hasn't been the best, and Marquinhos, it's confirmed he's going to be our starter for the rest of the season. So, I mean, the only one I could see scoring a hat trick is Dembuz. So that would be a huge. And Dembuz after that Newcastle performance, I have to see something big, man. And even that Strasbourg cameo, man, it was disgusting. No, I just think it was a really great performance from him. But obviously, the hardest thing in football is not to have a great performance; it's to be consistently good. That's what makes Messi and Ronaldo so good. It's not that they were elite; it's that they were elite for basically their entire career. So consistency is the hardest thing. Uh, Consistency in big games, it's the hardest thing. Yeah, Safanov is going to be our starting keeper for the rest of the season. And yeah, Hakim is suspended. Yeah, true. It's unfortunate it didn't work out for him. But I mean, it was predictable. Right then, people. Hopefully, guys, you enjoyed this cheeky pre-match podcast. We'll obviously be live tomorrow with the live watch along of the Paris Saint-Germain versus Marseille game. We're going to be live with obviously the post-match podcast, and hopefully, we can be a celebratory post-match podcast, continuing the improvement of this PSG team, and rising the likelihood of going back to back. You see that UCL trophy? Inshallah, we add one more this season. Salut Orléans, ça va bien. But yeah, hopefully, guys, have enjoyed this pre-match podcast. That's been it from boy PS Gent, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. And as usual, allez, allez.